Hey YouTube! I'm back out here doing another pick a card reading. I'm actually outside again today. It's so gorgeous. It's really hot out. It's really nice out. And so I thought I'd come outside and do a little setup and do a collective check-in with Spirit today. So I got all my little people out here, my Buddhas, my special crystal. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to show you also where I'm at this weekend. I'm doing some house and pet sitting. So I just went for a nice swim and then had some raspberries from the garden. And look at this huge, massive garden with like so many different lettuces and stuff. So yeah, house and pet sitting this weekend. It's been really nice and I'm just relaxing today, so yeah. Recharging the batteries. So I thought I would do a little reading for everyone. This is gonna be just a check-in with Spirit. What's the vibe today? What's the energy? What do we need to just like be aware of right now in this moment in time whenever you're watching this? Yeah, I hope you're all doing well and yeah, having a good day so far. So I'm just gonna start off with some tarot cards and see what's going on. So what do we need to know right now, Spirit? What's the vibe? What's the insight and the messages that we need to know on this incredibly beautiful day out here? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I'm in Kelowna, BC, Canada. In case y'all wanted to know where I'm from. So shout out to any Canadians and everyone else from around the world that I'll hopefully be visiting two places soon. Okay, so let's see. I think I'm just gonna pull a few cards from the deck. We've got the Son of Cups. So that is the Knight of Cups. Ooh. It's kind of like some romantic energy in the air. And we have the Magician. That's nice. Ooh, manifesting energy. Yes. I like that. Manifesting energy. Ooh, and then we have the Daughter of Swords. That kind of came out in reverse, but not too crazy about taking reversals. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. Just whatever I feel like, but this one's going to be kind of like either or, okay? We'll see what else comes out. Oh, wow. And another sun. Ooh, we got lots of like court cards here. The Sun. 2 sons and a daughter. Those are both sword energies. Ooh, okay, and then we have the 10 of Wands. Interesting. That's interesting. So, I'm kind of feeling out a scenario here, and the 6 of Swords. So yeah, definitely feeling out a bit of a scenario going on here. I think you're getting closure on a situation that was like, just kind of really annoying for you, possibly very draining, that involved some other people, relationships that are, close to you. And I mean, you're finding your way out of this sort of stormy conclusion, which is nice. And I feel like you're like, okay, I'm done with this. Something has really just taken its toll, like the last straw or whatever has been broken. And yeah, when there's no more straws to break, you really have no choice but to just move on. Just like get on. And I feel like you're really like in your power, and just like, I'm gonna just go towards and do the things that I actually enjoy, that bring me like happiness. And just like, look how he has his like hand on his heart, and then we have like the hand of the magician. So I feel like you're just like, my heart just wants to be happy and healed, and that's all I want. And it's that's a beautiful place to be, to just realize where you're like, things are done, and there's nothing else. There's nothing more for you in that situation, certain situations. You know, like sometimes things happen and you just don't have a choice. You're like, well, that's the end of this. There's no going back. There's no like trying to make things better, trying to just like, you know, appease the situation or rehash it or whatever. Like, done is done. And when I mean done, I mean like done like dinner. You know. I just had a really good lunch myself. Gonna eat some more salad later. Anyways, let's dive deeper into this, you guys. I'm gonna pull some more tarot cards and see what else wants to be told to us. Okay, the Four of Wands just popped out. Yeah, baby. I love that. I love that. I feel like you're making some kind of wish of yours come true, and there's possibly like stuff in your past that was just really holding you back, and like sort of like just like keeping your energy like completely in a sort of like a lock, a like gridlock of like you couldn't just access. Maybe certain people were just super stressful, you know, super like they were just maybe negative, or I don't know, that kind of thing. Doesn't have to be like super bad, but could have just been, you know, relationships that were outworn. And here with the Four of Wands, I feel like you're building a new sort of foundation within your relationships. I think maybe you're achieving some kind of goal here, some kind of creative endeavor possibly, and just following your heart. This is like 11:11, you guys. It's like your wish and your manifestations. You're like, enough of like spreading my energy too thin. Like, enough. I still have, you know, this time on earth, and I have to live it for myself, and I'm gonna make what matters to me matter in my life. That's very powerful, because we often feel obliged to sacrifice our time and energy to people that might not deserve, or just might not be aligned with, you know, it doesn't have to be deserving. It's just like, no, you just have your own life to live. You just have to live your life, and it's okay to be like, I don't have time and energy for certain things and people anymore. And those are choices. It's like sometimes choices are hard to make, those choices, you know. There might be guilt or shame involved, but you know what? You gotta live your life. And that's a great place to be, to finally, you know, realize that. You just can't take on other people's burdens and stuff, or sacrifice yourself, you know, to a certain degree. That's extremely unhealthy, you know. So let's see. Then we got the Four of Pentacles. Okay, 4. So I think you're just making some good strategies and moves, you know, with your material affairs. Maybe you're saving money for this new chapter, for this like thing you're creating, whatever in your life that's like you're going for. So yeah, just making smart money and business decisions with the 4 coins. I don't feel like it's like holding back or anything. Maybe just holding your cards close to your chest though about any plans that you're that you're making. Oh yeah, that's cool. The bottom of the deck there was the 4 swords. Nice, I like that. Could not see that, so we got 4, 4, 4 here, and then the death card under that. So maybe you're in need of some R&R. It's definitely my modus operandi this weekend, or it's my weekend, I guess you could say. More rest and rejuvenation, focusing on sleep, getting your nervous system like reset, and just having more peace and calm. It's extremely important in this really fast-paced life that we live. You know, I was one of those self-employed people who was a workaholic, and I went through a severe burnout, so I know all about it. This 4 of Wands card has come out so many times for me that it's like kind of bent. Like literally, like I didn't bend it myself. It just has come out so many times for me. Because it's just like always what I have to focus on. Self-care. Self-care is so important. And just like being in a more I would say receptive sort of a place, you know, receptive, like more of your feminine energy here. You're building a new foundation of some kind. Your foundations are, you know, really important here. Okay, yes. So we have the 10 of Pentacles. Ooh, yeah. So just as I was saying, your foundations, you're building your own legacy, your own life story, your own, you know, could be like whatever you do for work, you know. And also I want to say that the things that you could be about your family here that you've sort of had to step back from, which is totally understandable. Stepping back from family is, you know, healthy. And we have the 6 of Swords again, just as I talk about stepping away from your family, which is what came out with these other cards below here, the 2 little daughter and son of swords. So perhaps your family just doesn't speak much life into your life. I don't know. Maybe they're just like not on the same intellectual or communicative level, you know, like maybe they just communicate like shallowly, or, you know, and that's just not working. Doesn't work the best for relationships. So you definitely out of some really challenging times, and you know, we've all been through times like that. Life throws all kinds of things at us, and it's different for everyone. So I would just say you're freeing yourself. You have, or you are, or you will free yourself, because you realize, you know, that your life is meant to be, you know, your life, so to speak, as much, you know, as much as you can with whatever responsibilities that you have in your life. So I'm just going to pull a few more tarot cards just to fully kind of clarify and expand on this message. Okay. Let's see here. We have the Queen of Swords. Very smart. Very intelligent of you to come to whatever conclusions you've come to. You're very honest about, or being honest, be honest about your stuff, about where you're at. And the 6 of Wands. Nice. Nice, girl. Yes. Our boys. And we have the page of materials. Interesting. And what else? The Ace of Cups. Talk about new beginnings. Of course, an ace came out. Of course. And oh, there's 3 cards here together that wanted to come out. So we have, oh, the King of Swords, the King and Queen of Swords. Another ace, the Ace of Wands, Ace of Inspirations, and the 9 of Wands. Okay, this like ties in really perfectly to what we're seeing here. So like we saw before, you might be experiencing some sort of worn out energy, some like needing to do a lot of self-care, like you've really persevered through some things that have maybe tapped your energy, and just know that your perseverance like has paid off, like, and the fact that you have stood through whatever battles or difficulties or challenges that you have. You know, you're like one of those survivors, you know, survivor or warrior or whatever you want to call it. And you've really come into balance, I feel like, with your masculine and feminine energy. So at this point, it's really about like, definitely you're like disciplined and taking action, and you're being sensitive and compassionate towards yourself, your whole being and your whole life. And you're also, you know, lots of air energy coming through here, so maybe you're an air sign or someone or some people. Yeah, maybe there's just a lot of air in this sort of situation. So that's has to do a lot with communication, just truth, expressing yourself, voicing yourself. And I feel like this new chapter that you're creating, like we had like that 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands. And the 6 of Wands talks about having, you know, recognition and success, like on a sort of on a platform of some sort. You're being noticed for what you're doing. So you planted some seeds, some new seeds, something that you are very passionate and that means a lot to you. This is like a very, like, I feel like this is a heartfelt wish. This is something that's aligned with you, just who you are, like down to your core. And it might, you know, we all have to start somewhere with the page of materials. Like he's like, yeah, I'm gonna start this new thing, and he's really like, you know, one day at a time, he, you know, chips away at it, and eventually it becomes, you know, something much bigger. So that's what you have to keep in mind when you're sort of starting something new, you know. But it's so nice to have this refreshing new energy in the space here, because I always love having this energy in a reading. It's just so, it's like renewal. It's like, I just find it so hopeful. And pardon my reach there. I wanted to just grab this animal oracle deck. Don't know if you guys, this is like an old school one that I had for a very long time. But I love doing the animal oracles. So let's see what the animals have to just suggest here. I love doing the animals because I'm super like nature kind of a person. I love being in nature and just connecting with wildlife and stuff like that. So these are always one of my faves. Oops. The whole pack just fell. So let's see here. Which animal wants to come through this pile? Oh, the elk. Yeah. The elk is about stamina. So yeah, you might be juggling a few things here in this. I mean, it is a lot of work, like creating new stuff or just like maybe having a new chapter in your life, whether it's in your career or whether it's just like, you know, just doing new things or going new places. Could be like your home where you live, you know, or it could just be just how you're healing from stuff. But the elk is like really about having endurance. So if you're finding you have a lot of tasks, a lot of responsibilities, and maybe you are feeling sort of worn out, this card really talks about just sort of definitely like eating well and having good self-care so that you do have the energy to accomplish things, like all the things that you need to get done. So make sure you are sleeping well and that you make that a priority. Exercise is also really like helpful for energy, even though people don't, even if it's just like lifting a 5-pound like, you know, like weight for like 2 minutes a day. That kind of stuff actually really does really is good for you, no matter how like minimal that, you know, it is. So the elk really is yeah, use your energy wisely, you know, especially if you're finding that you have a lot to do and you're feeling kind of overwhelmed. Just take it one step at a time, one thing at a time. Don't, you know, think about everything you need to do and then like just panic. That's what I do, and I and then I'm like, well, wait a minute. Don't do that. Oh, and we have, oh yeah, there's blank ones on here. In here we have, oh, 3 blank ones on the bottom. So that's just for like any other animals that you might feel are guiding you. So there's other guides here that maybe are ones, specific ones like for you, that you kind of decide for yourself who they are, who and what they are. Yeah, it's another card of like patience and endurance and worky work. Collaboration is also sort of an ant thing, and just, yeah, getting things done. So nice. And then there's the Lynx card that kind of came out reverse, but I think this has to do sort of with the previous message of the Lynx is about secrets. So there could have been stuff that was revealed to you. That's why you're moving on from things. Because some people just choose to, you know, hide certain aspects of life, and that just doesn't work for some of us. You know, they want to keep things, certain things hidden, and that's just not, you know, an honest way to be. And I feel like if you're all this air energy, honesty is probably really important to you. It's very important to me. I mean, honestly, honesty is probably like one of my number one things that I care the most about, you know, just like in my relationships and with people and stuff. Just, that's just so important to me. So perhaps there's just situations and people that are not really, you know, on the same wavelength as that. So yeah. And the last cards I'm going to pull here are from the Sacred Geometry Healing cards. These are really nice cards. They are all associated to different frequencies, for, you know, like those solfeggio frequencies like all over YouTube that they have. So yeah. So we have, oh, this came out the other day on my card of the day, the Feminine Divine. Oh, nice. So this is really that nurturing energy. I might grab the book just to see what it says, though, just for like, the practical application of this. Oh, and this one, surrender, release resistance and control. Nice. That's interesting. Surrender to what is. Letting it all go. Alright. Ooh, and this one, Metatron's Cube, the All, and the Akashic Records. So you might have a lot of, and at the bottom of the deck here, we have optimal health and well-being. So that message again of taking really good care of yourself, guys. Self-care is really important. And of course, it's not like no one's perfect at it, so don't get too intense. So for the feminine divine, I am the divine goddess. Yes, aren't we all? So as water is feminine in aspect and deals with emotion, its essence can be used for empowerment, nurturing, self-love, creativity, and healing. It assists, nurtures, and heals you emotionally, physically, mentally, and spiritually. As you bathe or swim, call upon the goddess energies, bringing through beautiful swirls of green and blue to nourish and nurture the sacral chakra. So there's still an aspect of healing in this reading. Obviously, we had the Four Swords and some other cards like about moving through, passing through some difficult times. So it's time for some goddess empowerment. And also says here, this card represents sexuality, creativity, emotions, desires, and the birthing of ideas. So yes, absolutely. Look, we had the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands. So big time like feminine empowerment energy. Yes, as well as physical birth. Whether you're a man or a woman, this card suggests that you are not balanced in the feminine aspects of yourself and are overcompensating, okay, in the masculine area. Oh, yeah. It also represents drive and ambition, though. So, okay, we did get a lot of cards about that drive and ambition and success, but you have to stay balanced, like, of course, right? If you need to rest, if you need to sleep more, if you need to take time out, just lie down, have a nap, like, take it easy. Do not, like, push yourself to the point where you won't even be able to, do the things you want to do. Just flow. Go with the flow, however you feel. So, I like that. The All. Wait, first I'm going to go to the other one because that one came out first. Surrender. I release control and trust. Right. There are times in life where certain matters are out of our control, but when we surrender to this, we are giving up the resistance to allow the energy to flow. Okay. Call upon your angels and guides for help and guidance. Reflect on the situation, see what it is that is causing the block or stagnation. So maybe there is a little bit of resistance with this moving forward, like going in a new direction, a new chapter. Maybe you're cutting out certain people out of your life. Maybe, maybe you just won't, be in a certain place anymore. There can be some sort of like resistance to that, and just not wanting, just sort of being stuck in the memories or the past or whatever, Change your focus and your thoughts, as thoughts are powerful. What we perceive, we create. It is important to trust and put out lovingly what it is that needs to change to shift the circumstance at hand. Okay, so I would just focus more on this, like, the new stuff, right? Focus on that new, and, like, don't let the creepy thoughts from the past just keep popping up. Just be like, no, not today. Not today, Satan, okay? So, that is a good message. So we also have the Metatron's Cube. the all, and the Akashic records. It says this pattern is one of the most important of the entire universe as it holds within it the map or blueprint of creation. Okay, right? If it has been drawn today, you are ready to activate the sacred geometry that lies deep within your cells. It is time to delve into the sacred knowings of the ancient civilizations and the Akashic records to create the energetic shifts that will allow you to enhance your life and all who cross your path. So talk about like energy upgrades here. Yeah, like the Six of Swords twice, you're upgrading your energy and your thoughts too. So maybe you're not dwelling on the past, you're not doing that anymore. You're like, I'm done with putting my thoughts and energy into negativity, perhaps. So Metatron holds the key to all sacred geometry and its underlying wisdoms, the Akashic records, and ultimately the all. You can call upon him as your teacher and use it as a gateway to learning more about the hidden esoteric knowledge that lies within Metatron's cube through its complex weaving of informational systems and pertinent lines. Wow. I don't even know if I understand what I'm saying. Metatron can also be called upon when you are in need of some healing and clearing. Yeah. Remember, the cube holds all 5 platonic solids from which all life forms are created. They are the building blocks of life found within everything. Our awakening is imminent to survive in the ever-changing shifts and vibrations of our planet. Our yearning to learn and know is expanding as the recognition deep within us starts to reignite. Wow. That is incredible. So, guys, that is all I have for you today. Remember to take really good care of yourselves. Focus on your health and well-being, and take those sweet moments out and stay focused and stay committed to what it is you are working on, whether it's yourself or anything else in your life. So take good care, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.